Hey everyone, I've lived in Palm Coast, Florida for the last 3 years, and up next I'm going to give you the truth about what it's really like to live here. So stay tuned. Hey, I'm Bill Bishop with the Living in Palm Coast real estate team, and if you want to learn more about what it's like to live, work, play, and retire here in Palm Coast, Florida, just hit that subscribe button, hit that little notifications bell, and you'll get notified of every time we have a new video. And we hear from people honestly all the time about what it's like to move here or relocate here in Palm Coast, and we absolutely love it. So hit us up with a phone call, hit us a text if you want to learn more about what it's like to move here. Also, we have all of our contact information in the box below, so you can get a hold of us that way as well. I came up a list of 6 different things that I thought about prior to moving here to Palm Coast, and I think everybody kind of comes up with those some similar types of things that we all go through when we're relocating from, say, one city to another. Now, my story is that I lived most of my life in Minneapolis. I endured the 6 months of really cold weather for most of my life, and decided about 3 years ago to move to Palm Coast, Florida. And I didn't really know much about the area, and that's really the reason for this channel, is to inform people like myself, like I was 3 years ago, about moving to another area. So I wanted to put out as much content as possible about what it's like to live, work, play, and retire here in Palm Coast. So the 6 things that I came up with, I'll start with number 1, and these are really not in particular order, but let's start with number 1. So one of the things that a lot of our clients ask us about is, what is the access to healthcare? Are there a lot of doctors' offices and things down here? Well, that they are opening up a brand new Advent hospital. It's going to be like a 100 room hospital. There's also Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville. To get in, and what I would recommend is for people who are moving down here is to maybe get with your current doctor that you're at and maybe see if there's some sort of referral that you can get. Otherwise, coming down here, I had to just get another doctor. I tried one out, didn't work out so well. I tried another, and that's kind of what you're going to have to do. So if you have somebody you're really comfortable with where you're at currently, try to maybe do a little pre-planning, maybe call a few doctors if that's something that you need, if your health concerns are such that you might need to have a specialist or something like that. But in general, the truth about the healthcare around this area, it's really quite good. If you like I said, if you have something that needs a real specialist, that there's also the Mayo Clinic that is in Jacksonville, and they also have a clinic in St. Augustine as well, like an outpatient clinic. But that is kind of the truth about healthcare. Number 2 was sort of a big one for me. One of the things that I was running into, when I lived in Minneapolis, it was obviously a bigger city. I was about 10 minutes from downtown, so I was in kind of the hub of downtown. I could take a bike ride down there. You had the restaurants, you had Vikings, the First Bank Viking Stadium. We had all the concerts and all that kind of stuff. But I kind of got a sense as I approached when I was leaving Minneapolis that there was sort of it was a little bit more unsafe. So in this segment, I just want to talk about the crime. And, crime is on a lot of people's minds nowadays, and the escalation of crime in some of the urban areas. So that is really lending to an influx or an outflux, however you want to name it, of people who are leaving the big cities and coming into smaller second and third tier cities. So like like the suburbs, or maybe even cities that are even out a little further, like Palm Coast, St. Augustine, Daytona Beach, that are out away from a lot of these bigger urban areas. We see a lot of people that, crime is on their mind, the safety, their personal safety, and the neighborhoods that, that maybe you grew up in are changing, for the good or the bad, whatever that is. That has been an issue it was an issue for me, and I know it's an issue for a lot of people that are clients that are coming down here and buying homes. What is the crime like? The truth is that it's really safe here in Palm Coast. Our law enforcement here is the Flagler County Sheriff's Department, although Flagler Beach has their own police department, and there's some other local police departments. But for the most part, I feel extremely safe here. There are trade-offs. The energy of being in a downtown area and being close to all that activity and stuff. That was fun. I enjoyed that. But there are other things with being in those urban areas. And then when I moved out, I thought, well, am I going to miss these types of things, or am I not going to miss these types of things? And the truth is, when I first came out, I thought I'd really miss them. And as I get into this type of lifestyle, into this more relaxed, kind of toned down lifestyle, I can always go to Orlando or Jacksonville or whatever to enjoy a concert or do those types of things. But for me, at this stage in my life, I felt that that was sort of a big issue. I know it's a bigger issue or less of an issue for others, but as far as crime goes, the truth is it's pretty. It's not really a major issue here in this area. So that's that on crime. Jobs. Let me touch on jobs. So I've been telling people, around. Look at her. She's just laying there. She's so funny. I've been telling people lately that, if you're, what's happening in Palm Coast, I think, is that we're kind of becoming a Zoom town. I think with what happened during the coronavirus thing, and we found that people were not going into the offices, right? So you had people that, lawyers and accountants and people that were actually able to do their meetings via Zoom. And that's a lot of what we do here in our real estate office, is that, a lot of our initial calls with our clients are Zoom calls. We get the agent, and we get the loan officer, and we get the client all together on a Zoom call, and we get all the issues and everything regarding, what they're dealing with in their relocation, maybe down to this area. So, and that's what we found with a lot of people, and a lot of people looking for offices or looking for homes with offices. So you might have an accountant or an attorney or someone who's maybe in semi-retirement that's moving down and found out that they can do a lot of their business through just Zoom calls. And the other good thing about Palm Coast is that they're creating a big fiber network here. It's a little bit down into the future, but they're planning for that type of people, those types of people, that kind of demographic moving here to Palm Coast. So jobs, also I wanted to touch on were, if you have any kind of restaurant or any kind of, if you're a tradesman, if you're an electrician, carpenter, plumber, tons of construction jobs available down here. So that, on the jobs front, healthcare is another huge area. Doctors, nurses, dentists. My dentist, for example, I called him up to do the cleaning thing and do the exams, and it was 2 months before I could even get in and see a dental hygienist. So those types of jobs, if you're skilled in those types of things, this is a great area for you to come in and maybe relocate and start a business here. I'd love to have you. Okay, so that's kind of a synopsis. That's the truth about jobs here. Number 4, number 5 are kind of in the same category, but I wanted to give you an idea that this is the predominant population here are people who are either semi-retired or retired. We're getting a lot of people coming in to town that are professionals that are semi-retired, and they want to get the home office and they want to maybe manage their clientele from here. A lot of the retired people that come down are really making kind of a life decision, I find, and that is that they are kind of leaving, and this was the same situation that I had. I was leaving some family and friends from Minnesota and moving down, and I have to be honest, the real truth, the real reason why I moved down was the quality of life. And the quality of life for me was I was really getting tired of spending 6 months of the year in really cold, undesirable weather. I've always been kind of a warm weather person, so when I came down, that was a big issue. The fact that I could, on a December day, be out on my porch having a coffee and enjoying a view and being able to play pickleball outside every day, all year round. So that was one of the things I really was looking forward, and that's what a lot of the retirees and semi-retired people are moving down here. So the truth about this area is that it is an attraction for a lot of people who are looking to take the equity maybe from the homes that they have in their northern climates and something that they built up over the years, and taking that equity and moving it down here and buying something new, maybe building something, buying a lot. All these options are available, and the numbers of different community choices, whether you're a boater, golfer, whether you like to bike or be by the beach, all of these different lifestyle options are available. So the truth about this area is that it's a high retirement area. We're getting a lot of younger families moving in, though. That's a lot of people that are moving in now are the younger families, which I really like because it gives us more of a kind of a diverse feel for the city. So anyway, that's kind of the truth about who's moving here and what they're looking for. So this is the 6th truth about Palm Coast and really moving here to Florida in this particular area. I know a couple of the people on the city council, and I follow all the city government kind of things. And as we see, even during this whole coronavirus thing and how different governments handled the restrictions and the lockdowns and all that kind of stuff, I felt as though Florida did a really good job, but also Palm Coast, the city and the county governments are, in my opinion, exceptional and there are exceptions to that. Building a house here, for example, I went through that process. Building a house here, for example, I went through that process, and it is difficult. The inspectors are there's not a lot of inspectors, the planning, all these types of things. It just takes a long time, and maybe that's just common with any kind of city planning type of situation. But anyway, that's something to keep in mind. But all in all, the city is really run well. They're keeping the fees and their impact fees and things to a minimum. So although the impact fees did go up recently, and the impact fees, just so you know, are as if you build a new home here, you're going to get charged a big fee, and it's just they call it an impact fee, but it's basically a fee for anybody who moves here and builds a house. So it's a fancy thing for, hey, you're going to move here and build a house, you owe us $8,000 or whatever that is. But it's a pretty hefty fee, but it's all built into the cost of the home and everything. So it's not like it's invisible, but it's going to be charged no matter where you move in Florida. Every municipality has some sort of an impact fee. Anyway, didn't want to get too much in the weeds about that. But those are some of the truths I learned about this area that I wanted to share with you today. Thanks a lot for watching, and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell if you want to get notified of any upcoming videos. I'm Bill Bishop with the Living in Palm Coast Real Estate team. We get calls all the time from people learning or wanting to learn about moving here, and we absolutely love it. So send us a call, hit us a text, shoot us an email, and we'd love to hear from you. Hope you enjoyed the video today. Hope you got some good information out of it. That's all only purpose of these videos, is just try to get you information that might help you make a decision about where you want to move here in Palm Coast, whether it is Palm Coast, whether it isn't. But I wanted to just give you some of that information. And I agree, that's my assistant back there. Thanks again for watching. Again, it's Bill Bishop of the Living in Palm Coast Real Estate team. Until next time, bye-bye. Oh, and by the way, there are 2 other videos here that you might want to check out. And we'll catch you later.